So last time I'm recording, by the way.
Okay.
That's my sister. So last time my Windows 3.0 review was kind of all over the place.
Oh, by the way, I'm watching anime right now. Should I, stop until you're done recording?
Go ahead and put on headphones. Here are my headphones.
Why yours?
Because I don't give two shits.
No.
Right, so it was kind of all over the place. So it's time to do a proper kind of review of Windows 3. There was a startup sound, but it doesn't show up here for some reason.
How long are you going to be recording?
At most 11 minutes, I'd say. Microsoft, shut the hell up. I wish. What? Okay, right. So, on opening, you'd see this kind of main thing here. So, one interesting addition was the file manager, which looked very nice. You could open up system, for example, there would be some files like the kernel, but you wouldn't really use these. You'd more usually use temp or something like that, I'd say. Let's see what's actually in symptoms in system. I have stage 14 Alzheimer's. Not really. That would be very, very bad. But I don't, thankfully. Okay. Well, if you do that, you can also open up like temp. And this is where you can have some other things like notepad. So, nice stuff. Yeah, let's close the file. So, you could actually access it like this. So I saw that there were some people who were doing Teens React, Windows 95, and they said that you'd have to type in commands. That's not true. You could use this GUI kind of thing. Like you could open up the clock. Maybe I shouldn't have opened up the clock, actually. Let's just reset the hotspot. Right. So if we close this main thing here. Oh yeah, there's also like control panel. Where you can kind of do a lot of things. But I'm gonna close main and control panel for now. We might come back to them later. But in accessories, we had a lot of nice things like the calendar, the calculator, the clock, notepad, terminal, all those nice things. Close. And in games, we had Solitaire and Reversey. So, Solitaire is this game. You may even have played it yourself. Actually, you probably, well, maybe not probably, but actually a bunch of people have played the game Solitaire. It's really a nice game. Been a little while, though. So, if I were to actually play it, then, no. I'm not going to actually finish the game, because I never actually end up finishing these games. So, I think that 3.1, I also did 3.1 badly, and we still have plenty of time. Yeah, but one moment there. If we go here and close Solitaire, I wonder, what's it gonna look like? Yeah. If we type in help, it's gonna give us those commands. But if we type in win, it's gonna open up Windows! Woo! Yeah, Windows is actually working. properly. Oh god, it's taking a bit of time. It's working. Slowly. Open up a pack of gum while this is doing its thing. Shit. Gotta reload the page. So, the final feature that I'm going to discuss is the clock. Now, there is a recorder in this version, but it doesn't work. Recently, a tooth of mine fell out. And I've been working with Windows 3.0 actually. Like for real. Whoa. Two cursors! Two cursors! This is unbelievably slow. If I could cut, I'd be cutting the other. So it started off on default on analog. No, I know, digital. But you could turn it back to analog. You were able to do that. Today, you can't really do that much anymore. Here's the clock today, over here. This guy. It's this now. This guy over here. It gives kind of this copyright thing out here. I'm watching some vids about Minecraft. What about 3.1? 3.1 was polished a bit more. Still have time. That was what the sound is. But for some reason this version doesn't include that, which is fine. So, File Manager, firstly, was much easier to use. For one. Okay. For one, it was a lot easier to use the File Manager, which was kind of important because otherwise you'd have to be typing in commands. Or having to slowly access it through accessories. So back then you still had, that kind of option, which you still technically do today. But it's less pronounced today. Much less pronounced. So you could open up a calculator and cheat on your math. Now, I'm pretty sure that the calculator looks the same in FreeS 3.1, although I can't be entirely sure. And just like the last version, it also notes that dividing by 0 is a bad idea. But this time, instead of giving error, it says cannot divide by 0. Which actually is pretty similar to the modern calculator app. Dividing 9 by 0, it'll say cannot divide by 0. So it hasn't really changed too much. It looks different, but it doesn't change too much. Not much that there is to change. Not that there's much to change. Okay. I'm going to do CE. Kind of do 6 square root. And you can see that it very quickly approaches 1. Eventually it gets to 1. Or it would infinitely, but since this is a computer and it has a limited amount of storage, it gets to 1. So that's nice. But in game something happened. It was no more. First he was no more. But there was a new game in its place, Minesweeper. You can kind of increase the size here. And bang. Oh! Oh my god, I actually lost. I lost Minesweeper on easy mode. Shit. Oh. Gum almost got stuck in my phone. Ah, it's over. The game's over. Yeah, so that's that. It's not so cool though because, well, I mean, it was not all the easiest difficulty you could possibly be. There are some other things here, like MS-DOS prompt. You know, if you close this, yeah, okay. You'd go into MS-DOS, which was usually your main operating system. Help! Special. You know, you could do a bunch of things, and you could also type in win. Ta-da! All Windows start up. Wait a minute. Here's some startup sounds. Yep, so in Windows 1 for free it was that. But then, in Windows 3.1 it was better. And then there was everything, which we're not going to look at. So yeah, bye! That was Windows 3 and 3.1. Properly. Bye! Also, I see how much the world. Bye!